that we had in the league. Obviously, beginning of the season always is a little different, right? Some teams are slower to start than others. I don't want to take too much stock or put too much stock in specifically the LCK Cup results, but still the drop-off is kind of remarkable. And we'll see if they're able to bounce back. We've seen CV Max team spiral like this before, and we were talking about Ondil. That last game, he popped off in a big way. We'll see if the bounce back can be found. Maybe a reverse game 1 Andy situation for DK, if they can bring us to a game number 3. But they are going to be on the red side for that one if it does come to that. But first, see if they can bounce back in this game number 2.
Yeah, it's definitely a good question to see what we're going to look at. Another ban on the Poppy, not allowing them to have that. Again, I said it during game 1, just get more engaged for Ondil. He's locked in today and just draft engage. They're going to take away Nocturne. Orianna Nocturne could be very difficult to deal with, so not a bad idea. They're okay with the Orianna for now, though, from the blue side. Still a decent amount left in mid lane with no bans going towards that. Varus also a common ban from red side.
Still a 0 open when we often look towards. Rumble still on the table as well. 2 picks that can definitely have a big impact, as I wouldn't be surprised to see that Rumble prio picked here towards the B1. And for DRX, could answer with good amount of power. Yehu feeling good. Had a really good game on Atalia in game number 1. Able to consistently follow up, but yeah, I think main character in the last game was Ondil on the rel. His engages made a big difference, and then Teddy obviously showing us a really mean MF performance as Loleventvods going to get banned away here.
Yep, that's the PvP they were talking about in the pre-show. Pantheon Varus Vi. Red side bans, just classic for DRX. You don't have to do that nowadays. Really, Pantheon's the only one that's perma-banned and has been in every single game. Azir first pick for Showmaker. Not a big surprise in terms of tier list, especially with Talia gone. But also Showmaker hasn't been our best Azir that we've had so far in the LCK.
No, the first place on that list has fluctuated a lot, but it's Chovy, BDD, and Faker are the big 3. Zeka had a period where he was there.
I'll say Chovy is a pretty clear favorite.
Right now, yeah. But I mean, in different eras of the game, right? Like
sure,
over the last couple of years, I think those 3 are the... Come on.
I thought you were saying, like, for right now, those are the 3?
No, that is just Chovy, yeah. Although, I mean, like, the game where he just kept going in for every single shuffle was mostly funny, not necessarily as consistent. Because this is a 1-2 we've seen a lot of. The Azir combined with the Skarner, you're able to slam them into the wall. A lot of team fighting power.
Lucid does not look happy.
No.
He's got some thoughts about this pick. And, I mean, Skarner's definitely not a Lucid pick. Like, when I think of Lucid, I don't think of Skarner, for sure. But it's definitely still a strong duo alongside of the Azir. Tons of team fight control.
It's going to be Ornn. Are we just fully defaulting the other way? Ornn, we have seen a lot into the Rumble. Post-Koenig Rooker, and you actually do have a really good matchup into him. Just got to try and stay alive early on. That is pure comfort for Shiyu, who did not look that hot on the Aurora. Another champion starting with A. This one we've seen him perform some heroics on. See if it's going to be enough here.
And Bessa definitely kind of goes against what we were expecting, but as you mentioned, definitely in Shiyu's wheelhouse. Was one of the only guys we had a good idea of where his comfort was. These are all picks actually that have not been played this year. Actually, I think maybe Aurelia was, but it's not going to be any of those. It will be Yone.
Ooh, and the execution of this top side is a bit iffy, but it is crazy good, right? You have the Yone Rumble combo. That one we see a lot because you can layer the ults. We have the Sejuani with the Yone as well, which obviously have a really easy way of stacking and can set up for each other very nicely. Then Sejuani, just any CC is really good with Rumble. This is a type of comp that can fall flat, but after that last game, I think DRX clearly very much on the same page.
I just want to see what Ondil's playing. Like, for me, I'm like, if he's on Engage, If he's got something that he can do work with,
vibing as well.
like if they give him Alistair, I think that's a big no-no. You know, what is he going to ban in his spot? A lot of smiles on the side of DRX. Obviously, very happy after that first game win.
I wouldn't mind a Renata ban. Gonna be Alistair instead.
I mean, Alistair definitely could provide even more frontline and disengage, but I feel like you could have just picked it yourself. But yeah.
Yeah, you can slam Not on 4, right? Just Nautilus said Braum is already taken away. You do walk even more into the Renata, but it does feel with the Varus banned away, a lot of the other common pairings we see with Renata aren't quite as in vogue right now. Kalista obviously has been on the struggle bus for a while now.
I feel like Alistair's also better into stuff like Skarner, Azir. Like, if you get yourself deep, you can survive. So I feel like they really should have just slammed it, but not even going to pick Frondel just yet. Or are we?
Nico, one of the few supports that can both play a strong laning phase, but also provide an additional form of engage. I don't think that they really need like more pure hard engage when you're ready to Sejuani and the Yone. So I think the Nico works well with that.
Yeah, it's fine. And if they were expecting Renata,
not happening anymore.
Now it's like, well, you really don't want to play Renata into this Nico.
Gonna barrel Bard? Is that where we're looking? Jhin is banned away. Can go Sivir Bard here? Could see it. Sivir is the type of champion that... Oh.
Sivir Karma.
Barrel Karma. It is, I think, a matchup that can actually punish the Nico because you don't need to get close to her, right? The chance of getting rooted is a lot lower, and she has a lot of damage.
This comp from DRX is disgusting, by the way.
Yeah, I think you look at the Dplus comp, and I think it's fine. You know, speed up for Skarner is nice, but...
Late game is excellent, sure.
Mid game is not it. And then for DRX, I don't even think that this comp falls off late game, right? Because there is so much upfront burst you have available. But the mid game, the agency that Sponge is going to have, the power that Ando has with this Nico. And as a reminder, DK, if they lose this, will only be 4 series away from their next competitors. And yet the game score is still looking good. But if they are getting 2-0 by Bro, then they're losing the DRX 2-0 here. Could be something that very quickly... Oh my god!
Wait! #1 DK fan came here from NA, also came from New York.
Any thoughts?
So I'm also from New York. That's crazy! You know who's also from New York? Spider-Man.
I knew it was coming the moment I saw that sign. I knew. And still got me.
Fell right into the trap. The spider web, of course. Okay, this comp, it can work. It has win conditions, but this comp, this is the enemy team comp. And they're good at any stage of the game. We'll see how it goes, though, if DRX can make it work again in game number 2.
Actually, thank you for the correction, Valdez. They lost last week. They lost 2-1. The 2-0 to Bro loss for DK was in the final week of round 2. Just looking at this setup, no surprises here. I think when it comes to the runes.
Did you see the Nico Corki? It was like so pink and sparkly.
Have you seen?
Why can't we have that as a skin?
Have you seen the new Corki skin, by the way?
I saw the announcement. I don't think I didn't take like a close look.
Toy block Corki.
It sounds like one that I would like.
There is also, I'm very serious about this. This is one that casters everywhere are going to enjoy. Bowling Lilia.
Yeah. I mean, that one, that should have been like on release.
Why had it not been here before?
Yeah. I'm like, that's late, honestly. You know, I'm a little bit disappointed.
Boo.
Rather than excited. Come on.
I'm happy. I love those skins.
Especially because I feel like every single caster calls it the bowling ball.
Yes.
I don't know what else you would really call it.
Yeah, I don't. It's too round to be like you could go curling, but it's a ball, so it doesn't work.
It's definitely not a baseball.
You could do what's it called?
This is, by the way, I'm like,
good.
this should be a skin.
Yeah, no, that's great.
Why does this have to be like Nico's thing? No, this should just be a skin. Imagine if Corky just looked like that the whole game.
You know Petanque? Like the game where you have a tiny wooden ball and then you throw metal balls and try to get as close as possible?
No, I don't.
Never heard about that?
I mean, I know about similar games.
Oh, yeah.
Get a little root here on a barrel. It's taking a lot of damage. Zondel seems to be okay, but now the counter heal does come out. And so Barrel and aiming will get the edge in this fight. I'm looking to eat a ton of damage from that Magic Q.
Keep trading, but I don't know about that one, Teddy. It's Showmaker.
Uh-oh, early gank here, Showmaker. He is going to flash, but you're really not going to get away from this until the Skarner shows up. Lucid there right on time to save his mid laner. And that's going to be huge to save Showmaker's life.
Timely arrival there. Could have been another early death for Showmaker. He's had a lot of those this split, but Lucid shows up just in time. Nicely done there, though, by Yehu. Setting it up for Sponge. But it will be a flash-for-flash trade, which I think as a Aziri you're not super sad about. And looking at bot lane, aiming and Barrel taking matters into their own hand. Already building a gigantic lead. DK trying to forget about the nightmare that was the last game.
Yeah, it's not an easy thing to forget.
Oh, no. No, I can tell you that I won't forget it anytime soon, and I'm not one of the players.
Yeah. Whereas on the side of DRX, it's all vibes. Feeling very good about themselves.
What's also, Corky will be fine, right? And even though the mid lane gang didn't get a kill, still not a problem. There's also, you know, these early laning leads are nice, but when you look at a comp like DK's, unless the execution is really crisp in mid-game fights, and you actually get big ultimates from both Lucid and Showmaker, like a free to 1,000 gold, it doesn't actually mean that much when looking at the comp that DRX has. Where they pull the trigger on anyone, and you just kind of die if your response isn't perfect.
Yeah.
If the layering is good. The disengage from DK is crazy, though.
Did Showmaker really get baited by that? Did he really get baited by that? He thought it was just the Nico. It was Sponge, too. And as Onde leaves, Sponge swings in, stops the dash away from the Azir, and ends Showmaker's
look at the faces. Faces on DK. Showmaker ends up going down without TP, by the way. So this is going to be a very big lead here for Yale. This has been a big issue for DK. Showmaker, a lot of laning deaths, I think, particularly thus far in the start of this split. We're behind a decent amount as we take a look.
Showmaker's like, oh, okay, you're leaving. Steps right into the Yone.
So nicely done by Sponge as well. Right, just gets the cancel. Lucid is there, but what is he gonna do? Now remember down. Sponge making his early impact now. 2 ganks, 1 forwarded, second one successful.
Yep, that's what you gotta do. Get those summoners out, get that pressure on, follow up, and nearly kill Ondul apparently as well. On top of that, Sponge is here, but he doesn't have a mid laner. And this isn't going to stop any dashes.
Oh, the bounce.
Oh, boy. This bottom lane is kind of getting ran by the side of DK, and so they're just going to swap. Rich is going bot with his TP. Yehu TPing mid as well.
As a, oh, that was shield. That was a lot of minions that didn't need to let go. But will be making his way down. They will be able to answer. I don't think they're really going to miss anything here, so that's nice at least. And they will keep their TP available. We'll see if they can use that maybe for an ejector setup down the line. As we have Ondil again running towards mid. See if he actually goes mid or if he does just like Barrel. Looks like he's just pathing up towards the top side. Early Hex Drinker here for Shiu. Just into Rich. Early stats feel very nice, and this type of extra resistance, extra all-in potential, I think are always nice on the Mbessa. As Ondil. Ooh, nice sidestep, but Ondil's still fine.
Yeah. The leash not long enough. Which is generally pretty safe. You don't want your leash to be too long. And
we are seeing why Nico does not have the best time in this matchup.
Yeah, I mean, the karma's just so fast, you just dodge every single route, and then you always trade up. You always trade better. So Nico doesn't get nearly as much pressure. He's got to deal with shields and taking more damage. So it's a rough time. It is. And the Sivir's very good in the Corki as well. Can just dodge a lot of his poke damage. Unless it's like an all-in, which you're not really taking into Karma. So it's going to be Teddy falling behind. And that, you know, Teddy was doing a really good job in game number 1, so might not have quite the same impact from that impact player.
This continued zooming in of Jonas Run keeps making me think we're going to see Shiu ult. And then nothing's happening.
I feel like he's just watching their CS.
Yeah, also Shiu again. Decent amount of minions not.
He's like, all right, another wave's going into the turret. How many are they getting? This is very important.
There's still a decent lead here for DRX, thanks to Yehu and to a lesser extent Sponge, obviously, with the continued ganks. Now I want to see how these first few fights look, because again, DRX, it's a shotgun comp. See champion, press all your buttons, champion goes down. Now there are both Skarner and a Zero ult. Those need to be respected, but that I think is a bit more of a burden of execution on DK, which they were not able to match in game 1 as DRX. Very confident as they should be.
Yeah.
Taking the objective here. Should be able to rotate aiming over earlier, but Showmaker is still in mid.
Yeah, it looks like DK have just elected not to really fight for this. I mean, Lucid, he's not going to get in range to smite. He doesn't have his mid laner. Showmaker says, I'm going to push in the wave. I need to catch up. And he will, a little bit, but they also just lost 3 grubs to DRX. So
that's a Yone as well. Getting an early free grub lead. Going to be feeling really good. Barrel just continuously doing a good job into Andil. The only upside for DK there is that it kind of equalizes the disadvantage that Showmaker was in. It was in a really rough spot in this lane. This will mostly equalize the XP disadvantage as well as claw back a little bit of that gold. But I think if he got a plate, it would have felt a lot better. As Teddy is here alone, but it is a Corki with Flash and Barrier, so I don't think they have any kill threat there.
He doesn't trade well, but he also is not, he's not going to be killed.
He doesn't die well.
He's not, exactly. That's exactly what I was trying to say. Chronicler just gets me. He just understands me.
It's all the extra time we've been spending climbing together.
Yeah. Definitely talking about bouldering in person,
yes.
Right? Yeah. 100%.
Real in-person
We did
climb.
do that once.
We did.
I think one time.
Yes.
And then never again.
There's actually one near Lol Park that's great.
Yeah, we should do that sometime.
I'm down.
I really do want to.
Yeah.
Didn't you guys go that one time?
We went with during first time, yeah. It was a good time.
Yeah.
It's not what we're referring to now. We're talking about climbing in a video game.
Yes, it is peak.
It is, indeed.
Yeah, a very fun experience. Little Drake take here from Sponge. He just says, well, I'm just going to get the Drake. Lucid's not here. There's no vision.
There's no response.
They just don't know.
This is one of the games, though, where we will forgive the team that is just, like, letting them take everything. Because, like, what, almost 11 minutes in? As a first Drake, that's fine. I don't think you're too bothered if you're DK. You're looking and you're going, first item, maybe. Second item, that's when we start cooking.
Yeah. Bit of damage coming in here, but they're not really locking anyone down. And for Lucid, he's playing Skarner. Okay, a little engage here, a little all-in from Shiu. Gonna land that ult as Rich really turning around quite a lot of times and will take a bit of extra damage. And that Hexdrinker certainly getting some work done. Even trade here in mid. But yeah, as Lucid, you're kind of just running around farming and just nowhere to gank. You're not going to gank the Yone.
Nope.
Maybe the Rumble. You know, like if he was up top, that would have been the angle, but...
Oh my god, Barrel, where was the Mentor Q coming?
It's Barrel, okay? He's behind their...
behind enemy lines, Barrel.
Yeah.
Well, it's going well. This is one of the few big pressure points I have on the map. Also, you are obviously looking to outscale in both your top lane matchup, and I think to a lesser degree, I think Skarner just becomes a bigger menace because you get more into actual 5v5s where I think he shines. As we do have the swap coming through here, Rich showing up in the lane. And we'll be set up for a trap here. I don't know, you wanted to take that one, Rich.
He did just run straight into it. Now, aiming at barrel, they don't really seem to have that much, but they are going to ult in, and they push him away. It's not going to be a kill, but you're certainly neutralizing the Rumble in this swap.
Still big win. Could be getting him a TP. We'll see. Rich, he's being greedy, but I don't think anyone's going to punish him, so he will be able to catch this wave. But it still is nice tempo here for DK. See, I imagine that they're just going to match the swap. We do have Shiu almost as ult available here alone towards topside, but no. Going to keep everyone where they are for the Mbessa. I think that does make sense. You're just playing to skill anyway, so you just want to catch the waves. You are also hard to dive.
Yeah. And Mbessa playing to scale.
Yep.
Azir playing to scale. Skarner even playing to scale. And then obviously Sivir playing to scale.
What you want, I think the sweet spot for me with comps like this is always one Drake. So if you get one Drake, I think you're in such a comfortable... That is very funny.
Yeah, it feels like a meme because of the support, but I think they're just trying to highlight the amount of pressure that Barrel has put on.
Look at both these junglers, by the way. Both doing 1,000 damage. Oh, yeah. They're cranking the numbers up!
I really don't
No, they're getting
understand what the idea is here.
Grasp stacks and Heartsteel. There you go.
Both junglers benefit. Yeah, nicely done. Okay.
It's a handshake. You get a stack.
Yeah.
I get a stack.
Okay, I see. Makes sense. And there's a bit of pressure down here on the bottom side of the map, but again, no real dive pressure. It just kind of feels like they're just hanging out and farming.
The more I think about it, the karma is also something that, as we get deeper into the game, is actually going to have a lot of mitigating impacts. All
right, Andal just going to run straight into them and die. As a nice little hide on bush effective from Lucid. Didn't expect him to be that deep in his own jungle.
Sneaky, sneaky Scorpion. And looking at the vision control that's here for DRX, could have been a bit of an indicator because that topside jungle is lit up like a Christmas tree. Andal getting caught out, getting taken down here. A little bit of a gold influx here for DK. Not going to lead to an objective, so nothing too crazy. But the fact that it's aiming that gets the kill as well is a big deal. As here, very straightforward. Lucid just finding the smash into the ultimate. Not a lot of counterplay available there at the moment that an E hits.
Really, you could see him like hesitate for a split second. The mid lane was pushing in and there was zero vision. So if they're there, you're 100% dead. So I feel like he was like, I kind of have to get there just in case they're diving, but also if they're here, I already die. So I just die. So it was kind of like...
You have to listen to the little voice that's like, I don't know about that.
It was still a mistake, but it was kind of like a weird scenario. Or maybe he can get the counter dive off if he's on time.
What we are seeing, though, is DK doing a good job of turning the prio that they have into actual picks. At least in that instance, are they going to actually fight? I think they have the position to. It's about absorbing the initial blow. They're so slow, though.
Yeah, very slow. And the freeze here on a Lucid, and the triple knockup from the side of Andal just keeps them all locked up. And this is looking just like game one, where Lucid gets caught, dies immediately on the turn on the objective. And once again, DRX, a very nice win in the fight, although she was going to get this entire turret, but they'll lose mid-turret, you would have to think here.
Yeah, with the Herald for sure. Shiu, I've seen this one before!
Well,
I guess he's fine this time, maybe?
Yeah. Well, they're still going to stick around for this one. They're just going to fight on a Shiu, and, well, he's going to try to flash as well, and he is absolutely not fine, Chronicler. So a very nice and effective caster curse from you.
Okay,
that's going to be real.
I was being quizzical and did not think he would actually survive, because that is the second time we've seen Shiu do that. Really, both of the topside players on DK kind of losing their mind, and this one is credit to Sponge. Beautiful engage here. Just finds him, goes in, but it also makes me wonder, it feels again, they did use free ultimates on one player. And there's no follow-up. And I think in this case it's warranted because what we see is the TP coming in from the Rumble, right? So I think actually bailing there is fine. This TP, I have no excuses, no idea what Shiu was thinking. Because as we saw, even if they don't use Herald, you die there. But if they do use Herald, you 100% die there. Now the Drake...
I could have sworn I heard the Herald sound.
I thought so as well.
I was like, oh, they're heralding mid.
Yep.
Maybe we just like our brains thought 100% they were going to use it, so we just heard it at the same time.
Still worked. Now that they are a member up, as the Herald is it was actually...
Yeah, it was taken by
up.
Yeah. And he doesn't have TP, so I think that's part of why DK are just like, well, we can just take this objective.
And then they rotate
and
up.
It's Chemtech, so...
I think that's actually not bad for DK. I'm not even joking.
Oh, a little engaged here, but we got the cleanse on Aiming, who is going to take a ton of damage from Teddy. Nearly takes his head off, and the two of them just have to run away. It's not a fight that DK could win by any means, but at least they survive. And DRX are just running the Rift right now, especially Sponge.
Yeah, I don't think Teddy needed the flash, though. I think that play was good. I think Teddy using his flash there is just...
I mean, he almost got him.
Well, yeah. But even if you do... I guess you're quirky. I guess it's not too bad. As Shield, you are alone.
Yep, he's alone.
Reinforcements are on the way.
Some friends, but I think they're going to be late, and the amount of CC that's here is just way too much. Lucid is going to CC the Gromp, though. So he did that.
Yeah, I think he didn't want to join at that point.
Yeah, he obviously, I'm just, So yeah, that's going to be CU caught out once again. Sponge, awkward spot for him. He's going to be stunned up. Little Impale comes in, and Sponge, maybe a little bit overconfident, gives a shutdown to the 2-0, now Sivir.
Now that is some Rise Group gameplay right there. That's the stuff right there. That just makes you wonder.
That's the stuff, yeah.
But just makes you wonder, I don't understand.
It's like a nice cold glass of orange juice on a hot summer day.
No, yes.
It's like, ooh,
but no.
Yeah.
But they told you it's freshly squeezed orange juice.
Ooh, yeah.
And then you take a sip, and it's not.
Oh.
It's like the concentrate, and it's like...
I was getting so excited.
No, that's...
Like, yeah, this is a great story.
That's the real kicker. Because this could have just been a nice play where they kill Shiyu and make a clean escape. But instead it isn't. As both teams have really struggled with this. Just not enough resistances yet. And Sponge could have left.
He got baited a little bit by Yehu, I guess.
Yeah, but it was a Giga Cone. Like, yeah, it was fine.
So in the 2v1, in that split second, he's like, okay, I'm going to like try to zone you away, not really engage, or like maybe we try to do a bit of damage. But what happens is immediately Yehu just hops away and he's left alone 1v3 instead. And it's like, oh,
so
I messed up.
It's fine. It happens, right? Sponge made sure that his bountied up Yone didn't die. I'm looking at this though, as there's no Drake, so I'm not entirely sure what we're posturing here for.
Why not?
Yeah, I mean, we can fight even if we don't have a reason, but generally we don't do that here.
League of Legends is definitely a little bit like Objective Simulator, especially at the LCK.
Aiming is up almost 1k gold. Will that be enough? I think as far as compositions to just murder a single person go, the DRX comp is feeling great. But there is so much disengage available. That's fine, he can go through terrain.
The engage-disengage cone?
At no point was I worried for Lucid.
Yeah.
Who I think is one more death away from a full mental little breaky down. Into
a little collapse, yeah.
Which I'd rather not have. On the flip side, DRX, Sponge's engages have been great. Obviously, that was a little oopsie, but outside of that, I think their decision-making today just has been so much sharper. They're not afraid to just say, okay, guys, I'm going to flash on them, and we are going to murder them. And then I think that DK have not done a good job of absorbing that, and also then following up on, again, I think that there are some situations where a team like, really any of the Legend teams were like, guys, just use free ults. As we do have the bait being dangled here.
DRX, you did this in game 1.
Yeah, I don't like this, but they won game 1. So it's fine, right?
So you just got to do it again, I guess, right?
Okay, so we traded TPs. Mid lane turret is definitely going to...
No, they're just sending it into Otacon. And DK say...
They're going to get 2 turrets?
You can have it. I don't think they're going to get 2 turrets, Chronicler. I think they're only going to get 1. And they gave away the Otacon for free. So, DRX, that was a fantastic idea. Honestly, great job.
So they got mid lane tier. If they get Dragon as well, I think it may be okay. They will get tempo because obviously DRX need to answer the waves that were pushed in. But DRX didn't use anything. Right? They didn't use any ults. They didn't have to expend any resources.
They're not going to give this Dragon up for free. They're ready to fight with their new Otacon.
As they should. Particularly with a Rich. Getting the zoom in.
The engaged Mega Cone. He does have flash though.
Okay.
Well, counter engage here from DRX, perhaps. Rich took a ton of damage.
They're a member down, DK.
Yeah.
You have to be a little careful. They are not. They are showing strength. I feel like they could have gotten engaged on, but I guess it's what is happening?
This is such
what is this? Why are they getting how are they getting away with this?
They're just walking the Sejuani. Sponge is like, guys, come on. Like, let's group up, let's do something.
Listen, I know Rich was half health, but you still have a Rumble Equalizer and they're in the jungle! This game is getting to me, Velves.
Yes, it's also getting me very cultured. I'm feeling very cultured. I'm enjoying the culture.
I'm so
of the
glad
Rise
that
group.
the gameplay and the culture thing caught on. It's peak.
I mean, that is the thing. It is the real thing. We just had to find the right words to describe it.
We all knew. So they get the dragon.
It's one Chemtech.
Okay, but even this, man, I'm telling you, they could have easily contested this. Like,
yeah, but for DRX, they've been so careful this entire day.
True.
I feel like they're just like, nah, it's not perfect. Let's back away. You know? They're just like, that felt really weird, and it did. Like, we were sitting here saying, okay, that was really weird. And so they just felt uncomfortable, and they just let it happen.
Aiming is a transferred item. Looking like Lord Doms. And then IE fourth, I do assume. Obviously, starting the 3-item break from both Showmaker and Aiming are going to be absolute menaces. Same for Shiu, who I assume is going to finish his Maul next. I think for DRX, the timer is starting to become a problem. Because once you hit a point where both Ambessa and Showmaker have enough items and money, you will just be able to win a fight even if you do kill Sivir. And when it comes to AoE teamfight damage, I think DK just kind of dunks on you. It's really hard to deal with Sivir as well as the Ambessa in these later game scenarios.
Yeah. I'm not getting excited for a fight yet. I know we're 24 minutes. Okay, right as I say that, they're just diving Rich. He's just dead. Maybe I should have been excited for a fight. Nice little play there from Shiu. Rich absolutely not expecting 4 people to be there. Trying to set up something on a Showmaker. There you go. It's going to miss, though. And maybe still a bit of damage to go in. They're just pushing mid, though, at the same time and keeping this wave safe. So even if they don't get Showmaker, they're going to get the turret. And that's really what they came for. Nice little root onto
oh my god,
Mr. Maker.
As it goes in there, I think got stopped by the clone. Wonder if there was maybe a possible angle for Shiu. Although without Assault, I don't really think he can join that fight on such a short notice. Second item done now for Lucid as well. And I do think that despite me preferring the DK comp, I don't think their gameplay today has been great. And the DRX comp at any point in the game has like the, oh, I got you. You know, you can hands test. You can be like, oh, do you have the reflexes? Because if not, you get caught by a sponge ult, you do just die. As unfortunately for Rich, he got caught by a Ambessa ult and did just die. I feel it could have done this with just 2 people. They definitely did need 4, but doesn't mean they get more push bars.
Uh-oh.
No, not again.
Hide on bush.
Not again.
How many, though? Is it just Shiu? Yes. Still?
Well, he did just TP and now is at 50% health again.
Very close game. Certainly very back and forth in this one. And at the moment, it's basically even.
How are you feeling about the possibility of a game? I don't want to make a statement one way or another. I just want to hear your thoughts.
I don't think it's going to happen.
Now you think someone on DK is going to overstep, get killed, and then the game just snowballs from there?
Yeah.
I think that's valid. That's kind of, even in game 2, I think, or game 1, I think you're going to argue that there were points where they were fine and then just made very subpar calls.
Yeah. One thing I will say about Shiu is that even though he made a couple of silly mistakes in this game, he never really seems to get affected by any of that. Like, he seems to have a pretty strong mental, even though he hasn't been playing at his top level nowadays. He's still able to pull out some really big plays, so that's good. And also, we talked about aiming in game 1. He didn't really get an opportunity to carry in that one. Might get it in this one, as now the engage here onto Ondil. Meanwhile, Shiu is getting incredibly low. And we got TPs coming in, tons of damage into this Ambessa, and no, it's not gonna happen. The shield comes out and saves his life. That's now flash in from Lucid. He's taking so much, and there goes Ondel, gonna get the knockup and immediately die, and kind of baits his team as well. Sponge just on the run. And he will get away. There's a Baron up and a full health Sivir.
Surely this is going to be an attempt from DK. Sponge is still alive, as is Yeo, as is Teddy, as is Rich. A lot of members, but they're all battered and bruised. And I think DK, they're not going to run the rest. Dragon's up in 50 seconds as well. And they are taking the page out of the DRX book.
Pause.
We are not running, as I think today has been long enough. So I'd like a 50-minute pause into a 50-minute game, into a third game, Valdez. And you know what?
I agree.
I get it.
You know, so this is the thing, like, about the Rise group, is I talked about passivity. What's the best way to be passive is to just call a pause in the middle of a game 2. So it seems like it is a small issue with the headset that will be resolved very soon. So not too much passivity, perhaps.
Yes.
Yes, indeed.
So how have the cats been?
The cats have been great.
Yeah, nice.
Yeah. Charlie's eating a lot.
As she does.
Yeah. She's,
Wait.
There we go.
Come on! We barely got
Bobby's good, too.
Barely got to hear about Valdez's cat.
He's still just making weird noises and having big eyes. I never
have any idea if Bobby truly knows what is going on at any given point in time.
He doesn't really know. He's just kind of, he's like the most cat of all time. Like, he's just kind of...
He just exists.
Yeah. Charlie is like, you could convince me that she's actually human and in cat form.
Yeah.
I'm like, yeah, that makes sense.
She definitely has the attitude.
Yeah.
Bobby does not.
Knows. Bobby doesn't know what an attitude is. He doesn't know where he is half the time. He's still very lovely and a great cat.
He's very sweet.
So the game's back. We did just have a little fight up in the top lane. Yahoo did not get over the wall there.
Well, it's going to be a breakpoint, Valdez. Either DK, or I say that, we might see, with the posturing, DRX actually trying to trade. And this would be a great trade for them. Don't be mistaken, because this is not Soul, and even then, Camtech Soul is like, eh. But Showmaker can just solo this. Shiu doesn't have TP though, so I think showing on this wave should be a... Well, I was going to say go for it, DRX, but that would have required an immediate call, which we're not getting. So... I guess they just get Drake for free. Interesting.
This is how much value Chemtech Drake.
Okay.
Chemtech Drake.
No, but we say that. But the enemy team does have... I want to go... We have Ambessa. We have Skarner. Okay, so Ambessa, the sustain is crazy. Then we have Skarner, who uses a ton of shields. Then we have Sivir, same. And then we have Karma.
Yeah,
even Azira's one.
No, I mean it's good. It's just not as good. And when the pros hear that, they're like, oh, it doesn't matter.
But it does though.
We don't need to fight over that.
Because now the next Drake fight, Aiming is going to have IE.
Well, I mean that's just what not fighting will bring you over anything.
That is my problem.
Over anything, regardless. You know, I guess Chemtech Drake would have been a good excuse, but again, for DRX, they said it's not 100% perfect. We're not doing it.
Oh no, not the disappearing piggy. Sponge shows up, leaves. I guess it's a Poro, not a... It's not Bristle. Is the Poro still Bristle?
Yes.
Just with an... I don't actually know.
It's a Bristle transmog, you know?
It's just... I don't want to really think about the implications of that. Is it just... It's just magic. It's just like a...
Yeah, it's just magic.
Yeah, okay.
It's like armor, you know?
Yeah. No, I get
it's just a skin. It's still Bristle. I mean, you know...
I don't know. Maybe not. Maybe it's... I guess it's also always Willem, so it has to be.
Yeah.
Although I know some of the skins are like kind of alternate universes, so I guess it's not actually the same.
I don't think the lore is really...
Are you disparaging lore?
Well, Rich... yeah, he did run away very quickly. And the pushing from the Sivir is really... It's happening big time. Teddy also pushing back. And that turret, I just saw it, took about 2% health damage as they slowly chip away at the defenses of DRX.
So IE is done. I guess Teddy's going to go for the more maybe like more bruisery build. Already has the cleaver. Was it like Shojin Bloodmail, I want to say?
Yeah.
We saw last time.
All right, another 2% on the way.
Not a wave.
Oh, this is a lot more than 2%. As they're going to zone away Teddy. You don't even need Baron for this. I mean, it's just Teddy and Ondil in mid, so you're not really...
Sponge? This really does feel like the epitome of the let him have it, and then it's like, here you go. Here's our mid lane.
Here's the ice cream.
Here's our turret. Here's Drake. DRX, when I saw this comp, this is not what I was expecting that.
Yeah, it started off so well too, you know, Sponge with the aggressiveness and mid and getting the One ahead. I mean, Yehu is still 2,000 gold ahead, but you also just let Sivir scale to 4.5 items. So it's not ideal, guys. It's not the angle we were looking for. Because on paper, this comp is pretty insane.
I do also really like the Barrel's Shirelias when combined. Like the combination of Underhunt, Shirelias, and Skarner actually makes your engage a lot more consistent. I feel like that's one of the issues you can kind of run into with this comp. Because I've seen solo engage Skarner comps kind of fall apart sometimes.
Yeah.
Now you can also just play for disengage and counter engage in this one. Because DRX obviously don't have that much range.
Just start the Baron.
Well, you gotta fight. Yeah. Might as well do it on this.
I mean, this is how DRX have been winning all day long, so...
It's a team fight, but this time, TK are just kind of bullying them off.
Okay, just gonna root up Lucid. Rich is here.
They got TP out of Shiudo, so it is a win. Yeah. DRX.
That's a good call. Just start it, pull off, get the TP. You're not really losing anything.
Ooh, if you get hit by the Q there, could have been a decent amount of follow-up, but not going to be the case.
Again, you're pulling them out of position and looking for potential picks. You know, I feel like DRX have been should have been trying to do this for a while, and now Shiu.
There's only one way to go.
Okay, just gonna go in on to Teddy.
What did you show?
All right, well, they still have a ton of damage into this Ambessa, but they're not gonna get the kill, and the shield comes through. As now we got the ult through from Yahoo. It is gigantic. As now Showmaker, though, on the disengage, gets sponged down. Yahoo also going to be zoned away, but Lucid taking a bunch from Teddy. And now it might just be the show of the 80 carries and the scaling as in goes Richie's got the Sonya's and Lucid's gonna go down. In with the Valkyrie goes Teddy is insane. And that was a little bit too far forward. Yehu was just hanging out in the lane. Was not part of this at all. And is not going to be part of it anymore.
Oh, I'm going to assume Yehu tried to sustain off. I think it was really low and tried to sustain off the wave, which is why he wasn't there. Rich almost salvaged that. For DK, though, they are going to be fine. I think this should also get them to that Hextech Soul, or a Chemtech Soul rather. I think it was way closer than it should have been. Neither the ult of Lucid nor Showmaker, I think, really hitting the mark in that one, because Teddy, that's the one way that Shiu gets out, right? So just gets caught off guard. So you look at this and you're like, this fight is won, right? They just blew everything. Even if you kill Shiu, it's not up. But then that ult from Lucid doesn't hit the mark, and that ult from Showmaker doesn't either. Like, you're not at any threat.
Zoned away the Unbound Yone.
Yeah, which didn't do anything. And then here, obviously they want to extend the play, which I think is the right call, but then Rich toasts them. I'm actually shocked by how well Barrel played that fight out. I think actually doing a really good job with the shielding, dodging a lot of the
all right.
They got Soul at DRX, pull the trigger again.
Yeah, they're just going to say, okay, we can get this Baron, but it's on vision and they don't seem to care. They're just going to try to zone them away or maybe look for a turn. I don't know. They don't seem to have any plan. As in goes Shiu, and now the turn comes in. It's totally going to miss. Barrel takes a bunch of damage. Ondil gets the knock up into the front line. Shiu gets away, though, and Rich isn't really there. Comes down to a flip, and it goes over to Lucid. The smite gets it to 93, and that is not 0. That is not going to get you the objective. DK win a giant fight 35 minutes in, and they might just win the game right here.
Bit of a slugfest, but in the end, DK will bring us to that game number 3, as they have so often gone towards. Chemtech Soul actually, I think, doing some heavy lifting for Showmaker there. He got low, but it will be DK in this next one. DRX, even with that composition, couldn't quite fight the angles. I think Rich really struggling on the Rumble as well. And another long game, 35 minutes. We will be going to that game number 3, Valdez.
Well, it's nice to see that DK eventually showed up.